I'm very excited about this week, partially because there is not a lot of astrology for us to talk about, but that's also because we are getting a chance to just take a breath. Thank you so much for being here. I am Felicity Fletcher. I'm an avid reader, a hopeful author, and a practicing witch and astrologer, and I love bringing you these weekly astrology videos along with the astrologically intuitive words for each day. Let's jump right in. So this video is covering the week of Sunday, November 9th through Saturday, November 15th, and this week is giving us a chance to rest, recharge, and regroup. We're starting off on Sunday the 9th with the astrological event that everybody will be talking about, and that is Mercury going retrograde. Everybody talks about Mercury going retrograde because that's when technology breaks down, phones stop working, there's miscommunication, there's all these things that are bad. And I say it like that because is it really the end of the world if our computers don't work for 20 minutes or an hour? It might feel that way in the instant. We're not able to get our work done. We're running behind. There's all these things that we didn't do and we're going to get in trouble at work, and there's deadlines that are going to be missed, and oh my gosh, people are relying. How many of us actually have life or death situations at work? And I said there are people that have life and death situations at work. But how many of us is it really that important? How many of us are working on self-imposed deadlines or deadlines that aren't relevant? That is the type of questions that Mercury retrograde forces us to ask. Mercury retrograde will take your phone system out for a week. And during that time, you're going to have to sit back. You're not going to be able to do all the phone calls. You're going to have to find new and different ways to do things. You're going to have to take a break. Mercury retrograde is asking you to stop, to just take some time to rethink things, to do things differently, to learn. This is a time that is difficult because as a society, we don't always want to do that. We are being pushed to be busy and be active and to be constantly going and to have these deadlines. That's what we've been told all our lives. And so every time Mercury retrograde comes up, we can't do that. And people get angry and people get upset. But the people who have the most success during Mercury retrograde, the people that come out of it stronger, the people who come out of it with better positions, with a better sense of everything, these are the people that have patience, who are willing to sit back and wait, who are willing to observe, who don't have to get involved or get just going right away. And that is why the word of the day for Sunday is patience. It's going to be a really good reminder just for really the next month. Mercury is going to be retrograde until November 29th. So really we have an entire month of Mercury being retrograde. It's a short time frame compared to other retrogrades. It happens 3 times a year. This is not something new to us. This is not a big deal. A lot of people are going to make it a big deal. But if you go into this with patience, you're going to come out of it with good things. Then on Monday the 10th, the moon moves into Leo, my personal favorite place for the moon to be. When the moon's in Leo, we tend to be a lot more warm and generous. We have a lot of emotions, and we show those emotions. We do not hide how we feel. I wish I could sometimes. I have a Leo moon in my natal chart. I wish I could hide my emotions sometimes. I can't. You know exactly what is happening. You can see it in my eyes. You can hear it from my mouth. This is a time that we are very open with our feelings, with our emotions, and we're loud. During the time that the moon is in Leo, we tend to be very verbal and we tend to be very loud about our thoughts and our feelings. We tend to make everything a production. And personally, I don't think this is a bad thing. It can be a lot of emotions and a lot of energy, but when you produce a play, something comes out of it. People find enjoyment. People learn lessons. That's why the word of the day for Monday is production. Yes, we might make everything some big production, but maybe that's actually a good thing. Then on Tuesday the 11th, Jupiter goes retrograde. We're going to talk about this a lot less than Mercury retrograde because this is going to be a lot longer. This is going to be months, not just weeks. Jupiter retrograde is just, it's taking a step back from being so active, from really, it takes us from having like this massive growth, moving forward, everything has to get bigger and better mindset, and just kind of tones that down. It gives us a break. It gives us a recess. It gives us a time to just not have to worry, to not have to grow, to not have to be learning. It gives us a time just to step back. And that's why the word of the day for Tuesday is recess. Then on Wednesday the 12th, the moon moves into Virgo. When the moon's in Virgo, it is very practical. It is all about getting things done, getting things done right, fixing what has not been fixed yet. It is all about the details. On top of that, that Mercury retrograde is going to go back and conjunct Mars again. When Mercury and Mars are conjunct, there's this mental sharpness, this energy, this enthusiasm. We are just going and everything's happening so quickly and right away. And your mind is just right. Like everything is just set on these settings that just feel so right. But we tend to think and react just way too fast. And we tend to react before we think. It's a very impulsive energy. And it's just like that. An instant reaction, an instant thought, an instant. What I really see from this specific aspect is this is a time for us to break things and repair them. That sudden thought, sudden go, that's going to break things. People are going to get upset. People are going to react. Things are going to be done or said, and it's very much a breaking. But we have our minds, they're energized, we're enthusiastic, we're ready to get things set right. We have that moon in Virgo to help us out, and so we will be able to repair. We will be breaking things and repairing them all in the same day, but that is that chance to regroup, that chance to do things differently, that chance to break that which is not working for you. It's the perfect opportunity to reset. Do a full reset of your habits, of your routine, of the space around you. And that is why the word of the day for Wednesday is reset. On Thursday the 13th, I don't have any astrology. The word of the day is intellect. We're coming off of that energy from Wednesday. We're still going to have some of that thought, some of that intellect, and we can use that to continue to repair, to continue to regroup. Friday the 14th, again, I don't have any astrology to talk about. The word of the day is dawn. And I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit more before the end of the video. I'm going to jump to Saturday the 15th. The moon is going to move into Libra. When the moon's in Libra, we do tend to see a lot of hesitation, but that is because we are working on diplomacy. We are working on the aesthetics. We are looking at how people see things, how people see us, and how everything's working together. And yeah, we could be hesitant, but that's because we're trying to find balance with other people. That's why the word of the day for Saturday is balance. This week is pretty light. It's a time to take a step back. It's a time to let things break and start to rebuild. It's a time to learn lessons, to really step back and recharge ourselves and know that we've gotten through some really hard things recently. It is hard right now. We are in some very difficult astrology. We've been in it for years. We are entering a stage of society that feels scary on a day-to-day basis. There's so much change that has happened and so much change that's coming. I took a look at the astrology for the rest of the month, and November is not going to be easy. We have some intense things coming up. We have some intense astrology that we will be seeing here soon. We have life-changing, society-altering type of things. And we can focus on that. We can think about that in the future. But right now, this is that pause in the dawn. It is that moment as the sun starts to rise where we take a breath. If you've ever watched a sunrise, you know that there's this moment of stillness right before the sun appears. We are in that moment of stillness, and we can take that and we can use it to really recover, to really be able to rest, to recharge ourselves, to regroup from everything that's happened and prepare for what is coming next. So, go ahead, grab something to write with, grab something to write on, because we are going to review the words of each day. And I do recommend, I put them in my planner personally. I also do a little plus and minus sign on each day in my planner. And looking at the astrology, I kind of decide, is this a day that I'm going to go for it? Is this a day that I'm going to just be myself and I'm going to be active and I'm going to be just going for it? If I have an idea, I'm going to do it. If I have something I want to say, I'm going to say it. And then I also have the minus side, and those are the days that I have to sit back and let things come to me. So I'm not going to tell you which days I do for which, because I do think that is a very personal thing. But go ahead and grab that planner. Let's write down the words of the day. Are you ready? All right. On Sunday the 9th, the word is patience. On Monday the 10th, the word is production. On Tuesday the 11th, the word is recess. On Wednesday the 12th, the word is reset. On Thursday the 13th, the word is intellect. On Friday the 14th, the word is dawn. On Saturday the 15th, the word is balance. And my phrase for the week is rest, recharge, regroup. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you continue to watch, you continue to come, and you continue to engage. I hope that these words are helping you have the best week possible. And get ready. Next week's video, it's going to be like 3 times this long. So I'll see you then. Bye.